Hi, this is Ron Felt with Home Inspection Services, and we have another tip for you today. This is a problem that occurs quite often actually during the home inspection when we run the dishwasher. And what happens is water is emitting out of the air gap that comes out on the deck of the sink. And time again I run into people and they actually think this is correct. They turn the little thing right here, the little opening, to where it goes out in the sink because they think that's where the water is supposed to come out, when actually it's not. What happens, the dishwasher drain line goes up to this air gap, and then it goes from the air gap through a larger hose back down to the garbage disposal, or if you don't have a garbage disposal, it goes into a tailpiece on the waste line. And so what happens is when debris gets up inside of the top of this, it actually plugs it up, and water can no longer go down inside of the disposal, so it comes out on the sink deck. It's a very easy fix. Some people might not actually have this air gap. It is required in most counties by code, but truthfully, at a minimum, you should have your drain line going from your dishwasher up to the underside of your sink and then down to your garbage disposal. And the reason for that is so that way if waste builds up inside of the sink, which it will do if the garbage disposal gets plugged up with food before you turn it on, waste starts to build up. We don't want the waste to go directly back down into the dishwasher. So if the loop is higher or there's an air gap, then it'll have to get at least that high before it goes down into the dishwasher. And in the case with the air gap, it just can't. And so we're gonna actually close the dishwasher here, and you're gonna see water is now coming out of the air gap. The dishwasher is draining, and it's done right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to just open the dishwasher back up, and then what we're going to do is I'm probably going to have you just come a little bit closer right here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, look right here. This little piece that's in the top, I just took the cap off. This little piece that's in the top, it just has two little clips on it. And if we push in on those two little clips, and you might need to be a little bit aggressive to get them to go up. There's one. Let me get the other one. I'm not cooperating. I'm going to the screwdriver out. One. Now the other. This little clip just comes right off the top of the air gap. In this case, it doesn't appear to be plugged. So where it's most likely plugged is in the line that is going from here down to the garbage disposal, which makes it just a little bit more work to free it up. But what we're going to do is normally just take this cap off. It can only come off and go on one direction. And so now if we were to turn the dishwasher back on, water would just come shooting out of here. What it normally does is shoots up here and goes back down inside of the drain line. Now, one thing that we can do a lot of times is actually clear it out with a coat hanger. We can try to put like a coat hanger in there and get it cleared out, but you're only putting a small hole in it. The actual way to do it, and the good fix to doing it, is to actually remove this and remove the drain line from the garbage disposal and clear it out. Now, when it's doing it as bad as it's doing it, a lot of times people don't realize when they put a new garbage disposal in, there's actually a plug in there where they connect the dishwasher drain line up to, and you're supposed to knock that out when you hook it up. Some people don't have a dishwasher, so they don't leave it open. So they leave it up to you to knock it out if you have a dishwasher drain line. And so in this case, they may have not even knocked it out, or the drain line itself could just be full of food. It could be the garbage disposal itself that's full. And so what we're going to do is we're going to gauge the garbage disposal. It's still not draining. Now, another little handy trick is we're going to take the sprayer here. Still not draining. still not draining. And so the next thing that we have to do is we actually have to set my flashlight down somewhere. We actually have to take the drain line off. And this appears to be a newer garbage disposal, so it might be likely that somebody just has never ever knocked the knockout off there. And why don't you go down there? This is what the underside of the sink looks like, and you can see the line that's connecting up to the garbage disposal is right here. It's going up to the dishwasher vent, and then the line in the back is the line that's going to the dishwasher itself. And so we need to disconnect it from right here and pull that out and see if somebody actually just forgot to knock the cap out. If not, then we just need to free up the debris that's in there, and most likely it'll drain. Now you're going to want to have a bucket around, because when you pull that line off there, water's going to come out of there. And if it's just the little knockout inside of there, we're just going to tap it out with a screwdriver and a hammer and put it back together. And so we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so now we've removed the line and we drained the waste that was trapped in the line down into this bucket from our local home improvement store. We're not giving any names. Home Depot. Anyways, it stunk to high heaven too, so be careful when you do it, because that waste has been trapped in there. Now, what did we find? We didn't find that it was plugged up from debris, which it is sometimes. What we did find out is, once again, a person that's unqualified to actually change the garbage disposal, and didn't knock the knockout out. And it says it right in the directions, to knock the knockout out if you're going to hook up the dishwasher. And so what we got to do is just knock this out. That's simple. It fell into the garbage disposal. We're going to have to reach down in there with the tool and get it out of the garbage disposal. But now we've just hooked that line back up. And if you take that off and water comes out, and you can put the sprayer in there or just a little water and drain it down into the bucket, you know the line's clear. Most of the time what we did up top is enough to clear that line. It's almost always plugged up on the upper deck right there, and we don't have to tear all this apart. In this case, somebody did what I've seen happen 2 times already this week, is they installed a brand new garbage disposal and they hooked it up, and the water's been coming out there since the day they installed it, and they didn't care one way or the other. They actually probably thought that's where it's supposed to come out. And so anyways, it pays to contact somebody that knows what they're doing, or pay a professional when you're doing stuff like this in your house. Now, you can always ask me questions, or somebody like me in the home improvement or home inspection industry. You can get a hold of me at Ron, R-O-N, at inspect209.com. That's my email address. That's R-O-N at INSPECT209.com. And ask me questions. Sometimes I already have a lot of reference material that's on my website. You can go there and look. That's inspect209.com, and check things out. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get back up here. That's all tightened up. Pretty sure it's not leaking. You might want to put a couple newspapers under there just to see if it's dripping for the a couple hours while you're testing it. But I'm pretty sure we fixed the problem. And so what we're going to do now is go back up here. We're going to rinse this out. You can see now, water's not coming out of here. It's going down inside of the dishwasher, the garbage disposal, excuse me. And so we know that's working now. And so now all we have to do is make sure we put this back on the right direction. Pretty simple. Snaps right back in there. Cap goes back on top. And now, when we drain the dishwasher again, voila! It's going right down the garbage disposal like it should. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Again, if you have any questions, get a hold of me. This is Ron from Home Inspection Services in Stockton, California. RON at inspect209.com. Have a great day.